Hello student, welcome back to your online classes. Okay, today we are going to start your new physics chapter. Okay, it's a class 8 chapter number 11 in your NCERT book. The name of the chapter is force and the pressure. So in this chapter we are going to learn about force, whether all the aspects, all the criteria which are based on your force, then your pressure, relationship between these two, all these things we are going to study in this chapter. Okay, so let's move forward. So let's talk about force. What is this force? Okay, so force is anything which can be pulled or pushed. So force is pulling and pushing only. Living and non-living things can apply force. All the things can apply force, whether the thing is living or non-living. For example, robots, those are non-living, they can apply force. Okay. To apply force over object, interaction between object and the source is necessary. First thing, that whenever force act, two objects are involved, one of which applied force, other which receive the force. Okay, force requires two objects, one which is applying the force, other which is receiving the force, right? Example, to kick the ball, we need to push it. Okay, to pick up the book, we need to pull it. To hit the ball, we need to push it, and to lift the box, we need to push it, right? All of these things either require pulling or pushing. Okay? And when we are pulling something, that object is pushing us, right? All these are example of pulling and pushing. This is pushing of the door, this is pulling of the door. Okay, when we are pushing something, what we are doing, we are applying force in this direction. When we are pulling something, we are applying force in this direction. Okay, this is pushing, this is pulling, hammering. This is pulling in a way, okay, and pushing in other way, both of these things. Okay, all these are example of pushing and pulling, right? And this pulling and pushing is force. So direction and the magnitude of the force, the measurement of strength and the amount of force, the measurement of strength of the force and the magnitude of the force, and the amount of the force is known as magnitude of the force. What is the magnitude? The strength of the force and amount of the force applied. Both will give you result magnitude. Strength plus amount of the force. Okay. Two or more force on the same object can be applied in the same direction or the opposite direction. Force can be applied, both object moving in the same direction can apply force in the same direction or in opposite direction. Okay. This is direction of the force, this is magnitude of the force. Next is when two objects or more than two objects, more forces are applied over an object in the same direction. When objects are applying the force in the same direction, for example, very clear from the picture, two boys are applying the force in the same direction to move this box. Okay, when two or more forces are applied in the same direction, then the total net force which we get can be added up. It will give the magnitude will be the addition of these two forces, okay, of both the forces. Example, when two persons pushing a box in the same direction, the magnitude of force is 2 Newton each. We measure that force in Newton. Okay, that your resultant force will be 2N plus 2N. It will give 4N in total in the direction of applied force. Total force is force of both of the boys, 4N plus 4N, 2N plus 2N, we get 4N as a resultant force. Okay. Second, the case is when two boys are applying force in a opposite direction. When two forces applied over an object in the opposite direction, what will happen? So, when the two forces are applied over an object in the opposite direction, the total effective of the net force is difference in the magnitude of the two forces. Difference in the magnitude of the two forces. For example, when two persons pushing the box in the opposite direction with a magnitude of 2N, again magnitude of 2N, resultant will be 0. We have to subtract the force. Why? 2N minus 2N, the object will not move. Okay, it will not move at all because total force is 0 now. If one person is applying force of 6 Newton in one direction and other is applying a unit in opposite direction, the resultant will be 2n. Okay, and the direction of the force will be in the direction of the person which is applying more force, that is 8n, right? Now, effect of the forces. Two type of effects are given. First is force can change the state of the motion. It is different in case of motion and it different in case of rest. Okay. Second is force can change the shape of the object. It can change the state of the motion. It can change the shape of the object. Okay. Force can change state of the motion. Okay. It can change it in two states, as we know that two states are there, rest state and motion state. So in case of rest state, when an object is not moving, this means it is stationary object because object is not moving. Okay. Then in this state of rest, for example, a ball and a book kept over a ground and not moving, that position is rest position, right? And motion, moving object is called is in the state of motion. For example, moving car, moving ball, etc. Force can move stationary object, right? Suppose if something is stationary, we can apply the force on it. Okay, it can move stationary object. Force can speed up or decrease the speed of or change the direction of moving object. So force can if we apply force on a stationary object, it will start moving. And if we apply the force on already moving object, what we can do? We can either increase the speed or we can decrease the speed. And we can change direction also, right? So we are changing the state of the motion. We can also make that already moving object to stop. We can do that. So what we are doing? We are changing the state from rest to motion and motion to rest also. Force can do that. Example, a boy want to push a tile faster. It has to be pushed repeatedly. He has to apply force repeatedly. So what he is doing? Actually, he is increasing the force of already moving object. Okay. Next is change in direction of the moving ball after it strike the ruler placed in a path. Okay. Suppose this is a ruler which is applying a force. This ball is moving. If it strike on the ruler, it will change its path. So force can do that. Force can change the path. In the football game, the goalkeeper stopped the football going toward the goal post by applying force in the hand. Goalkeeper is applying the force to keep that object to be in rest position, to keep the ball in a rest position. So he is changing the state of the ball from moving to rest. In the cricket game, batsman can push a fast moving ball in the same direction or the opposite direction. Okay, or change the direction of the movement of the ball, because force can do that. Force can change the motion of the object, change the state of the object from rest to motion, from motion to rest. It can change the direction, right, which we have discussed. Second is force can change the shape of the object, right? When you apply force on the inflated balloon or pressing it using your hand from both of the side, what will happen? That the force of the pressure change the shape of the balloon. We can change the shape of the balloon. For example, this. We can change the shape by applying force on both sides. You can change the shape of the rubber band or the spring by stretching in the opposite position. This is the string. If you apply the force in opposite direction, it will change the shape. Okay. You can change the shape of the dough into bread by applying force with a rolling pin. You make roti by applying the force. So we can say that force can change the shape of the object, right? Force can change the shape of the object. Diagrams are given. Okay, so stretching of the rubber band before, after, pressing of the sponge before and after, squeezing of the spring before and after. All this will change the shape. Okay, all these are the examples. Now types of force. Two types of forces are there. First one is contact force. Second one is non-contact force. As the name suggests, contact force require two objects to be in contact, and non-contact force do not require such contact. Okay. Examples of contact forces are muscular force, frictional force, which require contact of two objects. Example of non-contact forces are magnetic force, your electrostatic force, and gravitational force, which do not require such contact. Okay. Next is type of forces, difference between contact and your non-contact forces. Contact forces, these are the forces applied only when two objects come in contact with each other. Again, this can apply when two objects not in contact with each other. They don't have to be in contact with each other. So very first is contact forces. For contact force, interaction between objects is necessary. For example, two balls which are striking to each other, they got that connection. This kind of force is contact force. Okay. Contact force work on the point of contact. Example, pushing a car. When you pushing a car, it will apply on the point where you are just touching the car. Hitting a ball. When the moment your hand will hit the ball, it will change the direction. This is the point of contact where this change occur. This is contact force. Okay. Kicking a ball, etc. In case of muscular force, frictional examples of muscular frictional force. Okay. Which we are going to discuss. In this slide, we will discuss muscular force. So the force due to action of muscles, your hand muscles, is known as muscular force. Okay, we can say that force resulting because of the action of muscle is called as muscular force. Muscular force is applied only after interaction of object. It requires the interaction of the object. Okay, when we push the object like school bag or like lift the bucket of water, we are using our muscles, we are using our muscular force. Okay, animal also use muscular force to carry out their daily task or any task. Okay, we need our muscles to carry out our day-to-day basis task. Okay, so we can say, and we are using our hand and we are directly contacted with the other object to carry out such task. So we can say that muscular force is a contact force. Second is frictional force, and we are going to study about friction in a separate chapter also. So I am just giving you idea. Force of friction arises between the surface of the two objects. When two surface interact with each other, it will arise frictional force. Okay, the force of the friction always act on all moving object. Okay, and its direction is always opposite to the force of application. Suppose you are applying force in this direction, friction force will be in opposite direction. Force of the friction comes into action only after interaction between two objects. Thus, it is a type of contact force. Okay, so you are pushing anything in the direction of motion. You are pushing anything, that you will feel the frictional force in the opposite direction. Okay, the force which stop the motion is known as frictional force. Okay, so we will discuss about frictional force in our next chapter. Now, non-contact force, as the name suggests, force due to which do not require such interaction are known as non-contact forces. Okay, example, magnet can pull the iron nail, right? It can from a distance. We don't have to keep them in contact. It can pull the iron nail from a distance. It do not require the contact. Okay. Examples are magnetic force, electrostatic force, and gravitational force. Everything are example of non-contact force. So very firstly, we will take magnetic force. Magnet can exert force on another magnet without being in contact with each other. So this is your that non-contact force. Okay. The force exerted by the magnet is an example of non-contact force. Example, opposite pole of two magnets attract each other without being in contact with each other. Okay, this is example of non-contact force. You can see that two opposite poles attract each other, two like poles repel each other. Okay, but they do not require to be in contact. They can do such. That exert their force without being in direct contact with each other. Next is electrostatic force. When charged body exert the force on other charged body, one charged body exert the force on other charged body, right? Or uncharged body is known as electrostatic force. Force due to charges is known as electrostatic force. Okay, so charged body can attract the uncharged body. Positively charged negative charge will repel each other. Two positive charge will positive charge will repel each other. Two negative charge will repel each other. Two same charge will the body without charge will be neutral, and two opposite charge will attract each other without being in contact. Last one is your gravitational force. Okay, so in gravitational force, this is the force exerted by the earth, moon, sun and other planet on other. Okay, earth and other planet attract all the object towards them. That's why we fall. We always move towards the surface of the earth because of the gravitational force. Since earth attract all the object without coming in contact, earth, if you want to jump, there is a space there. You are not in direct contact with the earth, but still earth will attract you towards itself. This is non-contact force, even without coming in contact. Okay, so gravitational force is non-contact force. For example, when we release an object from height, when you drop the object from height, earth will attract that object without being in contact. It will fall over the ground because of gravitational attraction. Okay, so all these are non-contact force. Okay, in next video, next part of this chapter, we will discuss few more topics. In this part, we have discussed the force, type of force. Okay, all of these things we have covered. In next video, we will discuss few more topics of the same chapter. For now, thank you so much, students.